Alright, what's up guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for a team builder. So, it has been a minute since I've done my last team builder, and I wanted to bring you guys another with a pretty cool team. You can expect a live with this team sometime in the near future with Cam or someone. I probably won't do it by myself. I don't know. I'm just a lonely person though. If I can't find anyone, I will. But besides that, this is a team around Combine reuniclus. I guess it's more balanced. It's not, I wouldn't say it's hyper offense. I wouldn't really say it's bulky offense because we've got Ferrothorn and Garchomp. But yeah, I'd consider it more. I consider it more balanced. So, of course, we have the main attraction, a Combine reuniclus. With Combine, of course, Psyshock, Focus Blast, and Recover. So, pretty much Psyshock and Focus Blast hit the majority of the OU tier, but there are a couple things that you're going to need to look out for, like Mega Sableye. Some Steel types, Kyurem Black can be a little bit of an issue depending on the boost, but I really like this reuniclus because you can set up on a lot of things. You don't have to resist a hit to be able to set up on things, because this thing is so fat with 110 base HP and a base 75 defense. It's better than it seems. So with reuniclus's bulk, it is very solid, but there are some threats that will have to be eliminated. I mean, Latios can put pressure on it depending on your health and your boosts, but after a Combine, Draco does 50% around there. But pretty much reuniclus hits the majority of things. It obviously hits, I mean, if you just scroll down here, the only things it really can't touch are stuff like Mega Sableye and stuff of that nature. So what I want to show you first is the Pokemon I have. I'll move it over here. And this is a Dragon Dance Altaria. Now, on paper, Altaria and reuniclus synergize very nicely because of reuniclus being walled by Mega Sableye. Altaria really just poops on stall teams. And it does a lot of work, like just fairy spam. Fairy is an amazing offensive typing, and the only move we have here is Return, which gets the Pixelate boost and is Fairy Stab. So we have Altaria here with the bulky Dragon Dance set, because pretty much anything reuniclus can't set up on this can, except for like Kyurem Black and Weavile, pretty much ice types, which we have covered with all three of these Pokemon, so those aren't too big of an issue. But anyway, this helps us deal with Pokemon like Mega Sableye that reuniclus doesn't like, and other Pokemon pretty much, because reuniclus will help weaken those Steel types, those pretty much anything, and once those are weakened, Altaria can come in and clean up, or Altaria can weaken the Steel types, reuniclus can clean up. It's just, they weaken each other's checks and they synergize very nicely. So on this Altaria, we have Dragon Dance, Roost for longevity, Return for just that incredible Fairy Stab, and Heal Bow. So we can deal with status like Sludge Bomb poisons or Will-O-Wisp from Mega Sableye, and just, yeah, like I said, these two work very nicely together. Like, Altaria really doesn't like Amoonguss because it can clear smog and eats up returns, and you have reuniclus for that, and they synergize pretty well. Reuniclus isn't the best Pokemon in OU. Altaria isn't the best Pokemon in OU, but if you're just looking for something different, these two work very nice together. So, for the EV spread on Altaria, we do have the defensive Dragon Dance set, so I don't want to go too in depth of explaining everything, but pretty much we just have bulk, just making it much easier to set up on other stuff. So right now we are pretty weak to Steel types and Pokemon like Mega Scizor and physical attacks, with Calm Mind boosting, and pretty much I just wanted some Pokemon to slap in there on U-turns, Pokemon that will allow us to get up our Stealth Rocks, Mega Scizor check, and stuff of that nature. This makes fairies a very big problem to us at this point with Reuniclus, Altaria, and Garchomp. But this comes in very handy. So we have almost max HP, a good amount of defense, and 92 speed, just so we outspeed base 70 Pokemon like Breloom and Bisharp, which is always nice. So, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, defensive Garchomp, just really nice on any more offensive team, just to throw in there on U-turns, and it's just a great Pokemon, and it's used a lot for a reason. So, I decided to add another Pokemon that again makes us lose to fairies. Clefable is a huge problem to this team. The biggest threat to this team, I think, is like HP Fire Starmie, which isn't very common. You won't see a lot of those. And then Flamethrower Clefable, which again isn't very common. But if you do run into any of those, then they will be a problem. But otherwise, this team does pretty well if you play it right. So we have a Specs Keldeo, and pretty much this Keldeo, I threw it on there because this helps weaken Pokemon like Starmie, which we're weak to, helps weaken Pokemon like Latios, and other Pokemon like that, so it's easier for Reuniclus and Altaria to set up. So I'm not going to go too in depth with Keldeo, but Keldeo is just such a nice Pokemon. Just Scald is such a spammable move, and just getting burns, and it just makes everyone's job on the team so much easier. So since we lost to fairies and dragons were also a little bit annoying, I added a Ferrothorn. This Ferrothorn is, you can make it Tropical Berry if you like, but we kind of handle Mega Lopunny pretty easily between this three. And Thunderous Tea is it's not as common. We tank hits from Thunderous Tea pretty easy, especially with Altaria. But if you would like, you can change it to Tropical Berry. And again, guys, this team will be linked in the description if you want to try it out. So I added Ferrothorn because it gives us a fairy check. It gives us spikes, which help out a ton. It helps Reuniclus, it helps Altaria, it helps Keldeo, it helps so much. Hazard stacking is just really, really good. And it just makes everyone's job so much easier. So we also have Leech Seed for utility to get back HP, for some switches and stuff of that nature. We have Gyro Ball here, just as our main move to kill Pokemon pretty much. We have Thunder Wave. You could add Power Whip. This Rotom is kind of annoying for this team, so you can change that to Power Whip, but I really like Thunder Wave because it helps slow down Pokemon that are annoying to Reuniclus and Altaria, and Reuniclus is the main spotlight of this team, so I wanted to add Thunder Wave. Reuniclus kind of stops Rotom and can pivot around it and stuff like that, as well as Ferrothorn. We don't have an immediate way to bop it. But our next Pokemon is a Choice Scarf Jirachi. This gives us another dragon check, so we don't just lose to Latios, and doesn't put all the pressure on Ferrothorn because Ferrothorn doesn't have a reliable recovery move other than Leech Seed. So Jirachi just gives us a nice pivot, which we didn't have. We didn't have something that just immediately gave us momentum, and I really like the pair of Jirachi plus Keldeo because pretty much Jirachi and Keldeo help each other out a lot because Landorus Tea is so common right now. Defensive Garchomp is so common right now, and you just bring this thing in on a Latios, you get the freest U-turn of your life, and then Keldeo gets to come in and just click Scald. It's beautiful. Again, it also helps Reuniclus, and in the late game, just chipping things down with Iron Hit and U-turn. And we have Fire Punch for Pokemon like Skarmory, Ferrothorn, other annoying Pokemon. Fire Punch is just a really good coverage move, and we have Healing Wish. Another big reason why I added Jirachi, because Healing Wish support is it's so nice, especially on a more offensive team. If Reuniclus gets low, or Altaria gets low, or even if Garchomp uppercut Ferrothorn, it doesn't matter. They get a second chance. They get a second life if they're more useful than Jirachi. So that's always something that's just incredibly useful to have. So I felt like Jirachi was a solid option. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much the team. You should be getting some action of the team very soon. I'll try and get Cam to record something, but he's having laptop issues. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. I really hope this team works out for you guys. It's a lot of fun and something a little bit different. Reuniclus is very solid in the in OU, especially with the team I've paired it with. I think it's pretty decent. I'm not like some top tier competitive fiend like Mr. Jamvad or something. Mr. Jamvad he's a god. Hey, Mr. Jamvad, if you're watching this video, I love you, man. That was weird. But anyway, guys, I've been rambling long enough. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Really hope the team works out for you guys. The link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.